The following presentation does not represent Australian opinion or intellect. We do not speak for any religious order or ethnic minority. We are not political scientists or uni graduates. We're insignificant upper-lower class scum, comparing notes and airing grievances. It's just our opinion. Deal with it.
No way that GST will ever be part of our policy.
Never ever.
Never ever, it's dead.
If they don't like it, go back to where they're from.
It is a big idea.
No, we don't need them.
A new world order. By 1990, no Australian child.
Hopefully it doesn't stop again. I have to monitor it for a bit, so if I seem a bit, what's it called?
A bit hawk-eyed.
Hawkeye.
If Tim's got his Hawkeye on, you know the Mac's playing up.
What are you doing?
It's diluting my vitamin water slightly.
Why?
So I get more.
Why, man?
Last week I had focus. You guys said I was very focused.
You were?
Yeah.
This week I've got power.
What's the difference?
So you're bringing your A game now.
What's the difference between the shit?
Depending on the type of minerals or whatever it has. This has iron, which is Fe on the periodic table,
You know,
and that provides power apparently.
you know, it's exactly the same batch of crap. They're just like squirting it into another bottle on the conveyor.
Yeah, they're just putting different colouring in there.
We're mixing the iron.
It's 50 Cent, man. He's not going to fucking...
Yeah, man. That's crap. How much is that? How much is that now, by the way?
I didn't take notice, but I got it from
I was actually looking at 7-Eleven.
$5.
Something like that, $4.50.
Nah, it'd be more than that. Surely it would be more than that.
Because it's small bottles.
A can of Red Bull, like the small little cans, which I just have to buy sometimes because I'm just like tired with night shift.
You
or
and me
whatever.
both, man.
$4 for a little can of Red Bull.
Yeah,
which
you know,
takes like 3
and they
sips.
usually sometimes have the specials 2 for $5.
That's when you buy.
That's when I clean up.
That's when you clear the shelves, my friend.
Yeah, I'll go fill up my car like with like the bear, like whatever I got in my wallet, and then I'll be like, no, I'm going back to the car to get coins because that's actually cheap. I know Woolies and Coles, they sell Red Bull for like $2.50, $3.
Mm-hmm.
I think when they're on special, it's like $2.50, $3.
Or you can get the 4-packs on special and
12 or something. Sometimes you get 4 packs for like $10.
yeah.
Man,
That's when you gotta buy.
Poison. Like that cheap. I know a lot of times. Sometimes it's cheaper to buy Red Bull than it is to buy like water. Like sometimes, yeah. But you know what gets me is like that vitamin water, man. When that stuff came out, when was that? It was like 2000 and early 2000s, like early to mid 2000s. They all started coming out. I refused to drink it, right? Because I thought, whatever, just a fad. Like, because everyone was like cool and drinking them. Like, you know what
I'm
it's
more
like?
healthy and shit.
Yeah. You know what it's like? It's like I love how people
I'm progressive and I'm healthy.
Dude, people in this country get on the bandwagons. What the hell?
It's all happening back here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's the...
They're finally
next door?
cutting down
no,
the building.
it's...
It's loud, man.
They jumped the fence, started doing your garage.
Yeah, man. Dude, it's like I remember... Do you remember the Dunhill Blues?
Dunny Blues, yeah.
Dunny Blues, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you remember when they brought out... And then Winnie Blues brought out that light blue...
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah,
The,
yeah.
soft, the soft baby blue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was at TAFE in 2003. I still remember it because I didn't smoke, but every morning, like, we'd go and get coffees and everyone would start, like, puffing away.
Start burning.
Yeah, and then one person brought those soft baby blue Winnie Blue packs.
Yeah.
One person, and everyone was just jumping all over it. And then the next time, everyone had, like, a deck, and I'm like, what's the difference? Like, I'm serious. I'm like, what's the difference? Oh, and someone gave me, like, a roundabout answer.
Smoother.
Was there a difference? What was the difference?
Don't know.
I don't smoke, so I didn't know.
Was always like the milligramage of nicotine, right?
Nicotine, yeah.
What's the difference?
So it was 4, 8, 12, 16.
It's
and
still
like,
got the same shit in it. It's just lower dose of...
Does it taste the
nicotine.
same?
I guess. It's...
I don't know. Like,
You can tell the difference. Like, if you're smoking a 16, you can tell the difference.
Yeah, it's like,
Dude, when I went to Greece, I was smoking
Here we go.
Marlboro Reds, man.
yeah.
And I just felt like death after the trip. When we went,
Yeah.
2011.
11, yeah.
Man, I just felt like death. But this time around, when I went with
Yeah.
Ren and stuff, what was I smoking? Marlboro Gold Light.
Remember they used to have those Peter Jackson, the black ones, the black,
Yeah.
and it was like ones or twos or something.
Yeah,
like, it
that
was
was
just like
nothing.
breathing in air. It's
Yeah,
like-
there's no point. But you'd smoke the whole pack in like half an hour.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well,
See, because obviously because I don't smoke, I'd assume it'd be
all
a
it is
harsher.
all it is the nicotine.
You're not learned in the world of smoking.
But I just remember when the light blue Winnie Blues came out, everyone bought them, and then everyone started buying Dunhill Blues, like they had
Yeah.
a light pack, and then everyone started buying Stuyvesant soft packs.
Yeah.
Like that was like a massive thing. Like because we'd sit down and everyone would put their phones, their keys, and their decks like in front, and it was uniformed. Like,
Yeah.
okay, what happened? Did everyone just make a decision overnight? I don't know. It's like this smoking culture that I'm not part of. You know,
Fashion, bro.
is that all it is? Just fashion? Because everyone would have been like 18, 19.
Yeah,
man,
especially
for
at
sure.
TAFE.
100%.
Yeah,
Fashion
man.
accessory.
Yeah.
I've got my little
The
soft.
Stuyvesant soft pack.
Yeah.
I've got my little soft pack up on the table for everyone to see. Check it out.
Yeah, and then
What's
you would have
the
gone. Then you would have
difference?
gone at Chatty and like left it there at a cafe, just like put the packets of
Hey
cigarettes
guys,
down.
I'm smoking a soft pack.
I don't know.
And then you pick up and you do the tap that comes out.
Yeah.
Why?
Then you'd roll it up in your sleeve like James Dean. I used to do that.
Did you?
You didn't do that.
No, I didn't really.
Yeah, you did.
I think-
Oh, actually, now,
No, you
yeah,
did.
now I can see you doing
You
it.
did with your little chain and hanging off your pants and your smokes on your arm,
Skater chain and smokes in the arm. Yeah, maybe.
listening to Green Day. Guaranteed, man.
I actually saw someone, man. I was at Dandy.
That's you, mate. Guaranteed. Nothing but that.
Did you not
Just a filthy little rat.
what was he wearing? Oh, I was at Dandy. I was going to JB at the Plaza, man. Have you guys been to Dandy lately? Man,
The last time I went to Dandenong Plaza was a real eye opener.
really? When'd you go?
Maybe like 3 months ago.
Oh, so it was recent.
We went to that little A1 bakery.
Yeah, the
got the pizza,
Arab
the
stuff,
Arab
yeah.
bakery. Got some pizzas, and then went over to the plaza. And whew,
Bit different.
some of the characters
Dude.
in there.
It's really funny, man, because
A little different.
I only live like I can literally go door to door to Dandy if I hustle. I can make it in like 7-8 minutes.
Yeah, man, you
Right?
can walk there. Like, it's like a.
See, Joe, like I grew up like in Clayton, right? And for me to go to Dandy when I was a kid was like a big thing because like my mum was like, "We're going to Dandy."
It's like a 25-minute drive.
We're
And all
going,
I-
we're going to the big smoke.
it'd be minimum 25 to 28 minute drive to Dandenong, man. Like good run, and we'd go to like Maya.
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
Dimmies and there was a Dimmies and
Dimmies and
Forges there.
Forges.
You know, like, I think we've mentioned it before, right? So it was a big thing. But that's all I remember from Dandenong. Just parking the car in that big car park just off Prinny Highway.
Wait, that Dimmies and Forges actually turned into a Savers now, yeah?
Is it a Savers? I don't know. Yeah, it was one of the biggest ones. though. That was
yeah,
ma-
it's
that
huge.
store was
It's
massive,
huge. It's
massive.
huge, yeah.
Right? But that's my distinct memory of Dandy. I only started embracing that I actually live near Dandenong in the last year. Like maybe the last year. I always sort of like, I'd come to Clayton or Oakley to do groceries just because I didn't want to go to Dandenong.
Hang on a second, Dandenong's just over there.
But Dandenong, really, man, like it's got everything. It's got a market. It's got every.
You know what? The market's fixed itself up.
The market has got really good food trucks. Yeah.
I say the same thing about Dandenong as I do Frankston. They both could be such cool little towns, like little cities
Yeah,
almost.
like the cities.
But they're just ruined by the fucking people that fucking inhabit the place, unfortunately.
Yeah, dude, like Plaza. I remember when I went for my first walk around Plaza as an adult. This was maybe a year ago too. I can't remember. I realized that Plaza actually has nearly everything that Chatty has, aside from like the big boutique brands like Chanel and Hermes and stuff.
Dude, same
yeah.
thing.
But everything else is there, like everything.
Dude, they've got a Maya.
Do they? Oh no, Maya's gone.
Is
now.
it gone now?
I think it's gone. Yeah, Maya's gone.
Maya packed up, got the fuck out.
Yeah, but Maya was always there. But dude, everything else like Whitewoods, JB, and they've got other stuff there that isn't at Chatty.
Meyer is also a Savers now.
Is it?
Is it?
Yeah, no, I've just made that up.
There's another Savers on the other side of the road.
Yeah, but you live in an alright area. Your area's not bad, as in where you are now. So it's not horrible.
Your area would be weird. Like it'd be weird going from your area to Dandy. Like my area to
Yeah.
Dandy's nothing. It's just another.
Just from my area to Frankston is
Yeah.
a big change, and it's like fucking 10 kilometres down
See,
the
around
street.
you, though, you don't have any big shopping centres or... It's
Yeah,
like
it's all little
mom and pop
Yeah,
stores.
little niche. Yeah,
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is pretty cool. I like that. I actually like that.
Don't they sting you more though, don't they?
They do. You're paying a little bit more, but...
For what the serve, the charm.
Hello, darling.
You walk in there one day, there's like a young guy behind the counter. Like, who are you? Where's Graham?
Where's Betty? And my free muffins. Bitch.
You're literally hanging out every Wednesday morning for the free badge. No, I always say about Dandy was, that's what I was going to say. Man, I was originally just going to say, I was going to JB, I was just walking along, like my head was killing me. I looked up and I saw this teenage sort of late teens
Dirtbag,
couple.
teenage dirtbag.
This couple What was he wearing? He was wearing a Disturbed t-shirt.
Of course he was.
And she was wearing like not a Cradle t-shirt, but it was some other band.
They
like
would have
that.
bought it from Danny Market.
Yeah.
Or Croydon Market.
I just thought like Disturbed were here
Yeah, the other
last
day.
week.
Oh, I had a ticket.
a couple of days ago.
I had a ticket to go. Shannon Davey had a spare one.
Oh,
for me.
yeah.
Why didn't you go?
Just fucking didn't have the time and shit, dude.
It would have been an awesome show.
Yeah.
They're cool.
He said it was good. He said it was
Like, as in, I'm not totally into their music, but I reckon the show would have itself would have been good.
I don't know, man. Like they had some. Disturbed.
I was just about to
Dude,
do it.
Disturbed just fell through the cracks because every song sounded the same, and because of that dickhead singer doing the same shit on every track, like weird noises.
They're very-
Tried to be Jonathan Davies, but couldn't be Jonathan Davies, so he just ended up being Disturbed. And I just saw the guy wearing the t-shirt. I'm like, someone's got a Disturbed t-shirt. Like, wow, man, that's cute. Like, good on him. Yeah,
She was wearing a Cradle t-shirt.
that's what I was gonna say initially. This is what I was just going with, right? Just the people in Dandy Plaza. You realise we've had President-elect now for a week, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Trump.
My boy.
I love it now. He's been elected, my boy.
The alliance has just switched.
I was always a Trump boy deep
No,
down.
you weren't.
Fuck off.
I just didn't let on.
No
Actually,
chance.
you know what? Being
like-
in the gully, I just could see you going for Trump.
I was like all those voters that like pretended they were
The
going to vote for
silent
Hillary.
majority.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
we just went bang at the last second.
That was fucked.
Where's your Trump t-shirt? I don't believe you.
I got a tat.
Just off his wig. Just off the wig.
Yeah,
Trump.
not his face, just
16,
the hat.
you know? That's fucked.
Make America great again.
He lives in Australia. Dude, like,
Trump established 2016.
man, I don't know about you guys, but that was a scary, like, 24 hours. I've been anxious still.
Did you see the riots?
They're still rioting.
Yeah, man.
There's
I
never
watched
been
the video.
backlash like this, man.
I watched the video, right? This kid was wearing a Trump t-shirt. Just innocent, like, you know, and this gang beat the shit out of him. The fire brigade came past, saw it, and drove off. Yeah, man.
That's fucked.
Yeah, real bad. Like, things have been happening. Like, it was a like, African American community, right? But
Yeah.
this white kid was walking through the neighborhood, right? And he's wearing a Trump t-shirt, and they kicked the shit out of him.
What was that kid thinking?
But, like, no, he was just innocently walking. Like,
He was like he's wearing a Richmond jumper.
yeah, and they beat the shit, and they filmed it like idiots.
Because he doesn't look.
But let's switch it. Imagine a mob of white people jumping on, like,
Yeah, an Obama
Yeah.
supporter or something.
yeah, they'd be held
dude.
to pay.
Hate crime, like, yeah.
No, I'm not condoning any of it.
No,
like,
no,
from
no.
both sides.
No,
But
it's
just the idea of it, it's like, because the kid was wearing a Trump t-shirt, they beat the
Dude,
shit out of him.
The backlash
Yeah.
from this election has been insane. Like, I haven't seen anything like this before, man.
And
Just
you-
over an election
did you
in a
s-
democratic country.
yeah.
You know, like,
Did you see what he's saying though? I'm going to build that wall.
yeah. This is the thing, right? Because a lot of people, because after the election, I was just, oh my god,
America.
yeah, yeah. And then a lot of people were saying, oh, you know, what's the big deal? It doesn't affect us, or you know, what's the difference? Like, Hillary's just as bad. And I said, you know what, man? A lot of people don't actually know what Trump's policies have been, right? And we touched on it during the last episode about how even from the get-go, he's just had this racist, bigoted, like,
View on
yeah,
things.
view.
Yeah.
You know what we need to do? Because I was reading an article that really summed up everything. We need to get a candid list of what Trump's policies have actually been. Because that's the other thing. They're saying, like, he doesn't have any policies. He's just been, like, spewing, hyperbole and stuff. Like, just whatever. Like, just saying random shit just to create the storm. And I was reading this article, and I'm like, these are, like, literally the only ironclad policies that he's actually pulled up. The first one was the wall, right? Which... It's like 3,500 Ks, like the stretch of California, Nevada.
Yeah.
Along the Mexican border.
Yeah.
He wants to build, is it a 15-foot wall? I'm not sure.
Yeah, but it won't be a wall the whole way. It'll be like...
Yeah, he started changing it.
Sometimes
The
it'll be-
day of his election, the day after the election, he started saying some of it will be fencing, you know, like the rabbit-proof fence.
Picket fencing.
Yeah.
I just pulled up all his policies.
Perfect, right? We need to go through
Give
them.
me a subject.
I'm being honest because a lot of people, because I started saying some of them to people and like, oh really, did he say that? I'm like, where have you been? Like, there's been this massive media storm about it for 18 months, but people actually don't know.
Well, I'll give you a couple through, like, the show.
Yeah.
But two things now one thing that actually just jumped out on me.
Right. Hang on. Wait, go for it.
It's a quick one.
Yeah, go.
One comment he said is about the Mexicans, immigrants.
Yeah.
This is what he said.
Yeah.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they are rapists, Trump said.
Dude, that was the opening speech when he announced he was going to run.
That is, like...
Some of them...
Okay, so just the Mexicans?
Yeah, he said, some of them I assume are okay people. Like a good...
like 3 of them.
Yeah.
Like,
but
Jorge
in his
fucking
first,
his family.
His first statement, man, his first public press statement, he literally said, Mexicans are bringing crime, drugs, rapists. Some are good people, I suppose. So he needs to build a wall, right? Like a 15-foot wall. Dude, and like, I remember someone tore it apart, like a comedian, political commentator on TV or whatever. He tore it apart, that John, what's his name? I keep forgetting his name. Like, logistically, like how this wall would not work, right? Like, it's 15 feet. Like, it's just the sheer mechanics. Like, picture this, yeah? Like, Sydney is about 1,000 k's from Melbourne. So imagine a wall that runs up all the way to, like, as far as Brizzy. Alongside a country. Like, how did that work out for, the Germans when they built a couple kilometre stretch wall, man?
Yeah.
Like,
America.
yeah, like, logistically, it's a ridiculous idea. Just the concept of blocking out people. But do you know what the killer was? He said he was going to get the Mexican government to pay for it.
Yeah.
He was going to get Mexico to pay for it by putting in embargo, like, shutting down, like, something to do with the economy, like, some with money funds. Like, I can't remember what it was. I should have saved it, right?
They're forcing them to do it, basically.
Yeah, Trump is so progressive, he's going to build a 3,000-kilometre wall to block out a country, a neighbouring country, and he's going to get them to pay for it as well. And then Mexico just came out and said, we're not paying for shit. Like, what are you talking about?
And they've actually said, like, a lot of Mexican politicians and stuff is, if this actually goes through, he goes, I don't want to catch one American in Mexico.
Yeah.
They're gone. Like, no holidays, no nothing. Don't
It's
come
sad.
to Acapulco and think you're fucking...
Yeah, but that's the thing, man. Americans love to go to Mexico, Cabo, and like all
man.
that sort of stuff.
You can
'Cause
just
it's
drive
like us
there.
going to Thailand,
Yeah.
yeah? It's cheap.
You can
It's
drive
nice.
there.
Yeah, they drive there. There's
They
no
drive
like,
there.
passports. Yeah, just cross the border.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
They're happy. Trump's happy for Americans, peace-loving Americans to go and spend their money in Mexico on holidays. He's happy for like people to be working in his hotels. He's happy for all these migrants to be like shoveling shit for $4 an hour with no rights. But now he's going to deport the whole bag of them.
How many Mexicans work at the Trump Towers, you reckon?
Yeah, exactly.
Cleaners and all sorts of people trying to make a living.
All right, that was the biggest one, like straight off the bat. Okay, then he said he's going to shut down Muslim migration, like period. The way Pauline Hanson was talking about it, and Kruger came out and said it as well. He's going to shut the borders to Muslim migrants until they can figure this mess out. What's to figure out, man? Muhammad Ali was converted to Muslim.
We celebrate him like it's...
Man, his funeral was like a national... He got a military funeral, for fuck's sake. You know what I mean? Like, it was... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For being Muslim.
Yeah. But he's coming out and saying...
Yeah, we're going to stop the borders. Like, that's it. He had, like, so many bunny-brained ideas, man. All these stupid policies. And that's the thing. He started reneging on all of them. Obamacare, right? Obama's legacy was basically Obamacare. Like, their equivalent of our Medicare.
Medicare,
You know what I mean? And he came out saying, I'm going to strip this shit away. It's garbage. We're getting rid of it. 4 days ago, he was like, I'm not touching Obamacare right now. I'm leaving it for now.
Because he didn't know what he was talking about.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Yeah. He didn't think... He
didn't think ahead.
Like, and there was an actual article saying Trump surprised by new duties. Like, what do you think President was going to be? Just kicking back, having a cigar?
Yeah. And he's like...
Have you seen Obama age? Have you seen the timeline of...
Yeah.
He's been in the job 8 years, yeah? Like, he had 2 terms. 2 terms?
2 times.
And he aged hard, man.
Yeah, he looks fucked.
Poor cunt. Imagine what Trump's going to look like
he's the leader.
Trump already looks fucked.
The leader of the free world, man. It's a stressful job.
Like, what do you think this is? Like,
Yeah.
you think you're just going to kick back and...
Dude, if I became manager at the local Red Rooster, I'd be like pulling my hair out over rosters and shit. You know what I mean? This guy's got like
work.
Yeah, like Iran is knocking on the door. They want to sanction blah 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 in Libya. Oh, I can't deal, man. Like, yeah, Trump was saying something like all that shit.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? I have to move to Washington? Like, what?
I was surprised by one of his policies, like
What's that?
pro-life over pro-choice.
Oh yeah,
Eventually, they're going to get to that.
yeah, but he keeps flipping. Trump keeps flipping. He was a Democrat initially, then he flipped to Republican.
Dude, he doesn't know what's going on. It'll hit him like a ton of bricks, mate. It's hitting him now.
Yeah. Like
Like, it's like, let's vote for Trump. He fucking won.
One? Exactly. They're going all over it like that meme, man.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what happened, man. He didn't know what the fuck he was getting himself into. Cunt's fucked. He had, what was the other policies? I don't think I screenshotted it. That's a sad thing. Go through that list, man. He had heaps. My thing is that he's going to ruin relations in the Middle East.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
destroy him.
Dude,
They've worked so hard to try and, like, just broker talks. Just talks. And he's, like, going against the grain, like, fuck it. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of it's, like, really generic shit, though, like, about guns, support the American Amendment, Second Amendment, right to keep and bear arms.
You know what, though?
Get serious about prosecuting violent criminals. Like,
How long has there been war, like, in the Middle East with America, though? Like, seriously.
Well, it never really stopped. As in, it stopped, but, I mean, the reinvasion in 2000 and...
But, like, just the amount of lives, like, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so, I mean, obviously, whatever they're doing isn't working for this long, like...
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that don't do something different in the Middle East. Like, I'm not saying I'm not open to change or whatever. I'm just saying, like, just his character itself. No one's, like, taking it seriously. It's still a joke. Whether we liked it or not, America was the leader of the free world, and they played a big hand. They play a big hand in all active politics across the world, man. Like, situations will change if America gets involved in something. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, if me and you put our hands up and said, oh, we don't want this, no one will give a shit about us. Like, whatever. Like, who are you cunts? Who cares? But if America stepped in and said, hey, we need this, this, and that done, people would pay attention. For Trump to be swinging that kind of political dick, you know, he's just going to fuck everyone. It's scary, man. It was literally all that type of shit, man. But just on those 3 policies. Yeah. And the thing is that he's stalling on everything. And what's that going to do is it's going to rile up his supporters.
Yeah.
Because he was saying, throw Hillary in jail.
Yeah, now he's like, that Clintons are good people. Did you hear what he said?
The Clintons are good people.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it where it is because the Clintons are good people and...
Dude,
like,
during
it was
his
just to get the votes,
campaigning,
obviously.
it was literally like crooked Hillary deserves to be in jail. I'm going to see it all the way through.
Like, how can she be fit to be president when she's done this? And
Yeah. And now, like, Republican supporters now are saying shit like Hillary needs to be, like, shot, like, executed, hung, like, blah, blah, for all the treason. Like, what treason? Like, yeah, it's political hyperbole, but still, man, like, and he's pissing people off because he's going back on what he said. You know? And have you seen what his cabinet's going to look like?
Yeah, you got Mike Pence.
Yeah, Pence was his running mate.
And then
like,
you got
the entire time.
Chris Christie or something. What's his name? That
you got
from New Jersey.
The former mayor of New York, Rudy Giuliani. Yeah. Have you seen that collectorate of like people, man? They're all fucked. It's such a motley crew of cunts. One guy's like a creationist. He was going to be put in charge of like some other, like all these massive roles. Like, who are these people? Like people, like just totally one-eyed eagles, man. And they're all going to get these high-powered, like high-positioned jobs.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. What?
You know, one thing I found funny, like all the people protesting in New York, I was listening to it just before, like a whole bunch of them had signs like suggesting that his wife should get raped and shit.
What?
Like Donald's wife should get raped. Like,
Melania Trump.
yeah.
Suggesting she get raped.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like holding up signs like rape her, like she should get raped and stuff like that. Like,
why?
I know, how ridiculous is that?
Man.
Because you got these people with this mentality, like, but then they're just contradicting themselves and fucking themselves by saying shit like that.
Like ridiculous, man. There was also like it's also stirring up all the support with the Klan and all the real redneck white supremacists and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're like banding together now, man. Like,
there was that thing where the KKK Grand Supreme Master
Dragon.
Yeah, the Grand Dragon.
The Grand Dragon.
the Grand Dragon of the East Order, fucking whatever.
Grand Dragon of Ohio.
Basically, he was saying like, yeah, Donald's our boy, and he's basically there. Basically, he's there because of us, or whatever. Like, yeah, I don't know.
That's scary, man.
But it could just be the media trying to tarnish poor Donald's name.
We don't take kindly to your like around here, boy.
I've been going back and forth between he's actually a good guy and the media is just against him and they're trying to tarnish his name to he's in on it and they're all
Jay, we were talking about it the day after the election, man. Like everything he stands for is like fuck the man, and we're going to go against like the corporate
the media, all they do is tell lies, right?
Yeah, it's just like sticking it to the man, but he's the man. He's a corporate mogul that like
he's a billionaire that was on reality shows and like lived in
part of the media.
Like,
yeah, he is part of the media.
That's the scariest thing for me because that sort of says to me like, what? That's a lie.
You know what that tells me?
That's a lie.
So what are you planning?
He's confused. He doesn't know. He was feeding people what they wanted to hear. And now that he actually got the job, he's like, well, shit. What do I do now? Like,
he doesn't know.
No way. Like Mike Pence, man. That guy looks like he knows what he's doing.
But that's the thing. It was always Mike Pence against Hillary Clinton would never have stood a chance.
No.
And Bernie Sanders against Trump, Bernie would have killed him.
Yeah.
But Trump against Hillary stood the best chance for Republicans to get through.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Are you still Team Bernie for 2020?
I'm Trump man.
Even for 2020?
Man,
You're an
Bernie will
asshole.
be... How old will Bernie be in 2020? 80?
90.
90?
He's progressing his age. I love how
look.
they're already pushing to...
They're saying Bernie 2020.
They're saying Michelle,
Michelle
Obama
Obama.
2020 as well. You know? They're already pushing for the next election as if, like, the next 4 years, let's just dismiss them. Do you know what I mean?
Let's just all stay inside for the next 4 years and then
Let's not go. Let's not go to work. Let's not do anything.
we'll rediscuss in 4 years.
Yeah.
I love it. First thing that comes up, Bernie Sanders comes out. Trump already breaking campaign promise.
That's exactly what they're saying,
Yeah,
man.
but everyone does that.
No, but
Who-
like, we're talking straight off the bat.
We're talking off the bat all his biggest policies,
like
man.
Abbott and all
like,
these
look
kind of
this way.
guys.
Abbott, one of Abbott's, not Abbott, Kevin Rudd, yeah? One of Rudd's biggest things was apologising to the Aboriginal community for the stolen generation.
Yeah.
That was a big thing, and he would have won a lot of, like, Liberal votes even for that, you know? As soon as he came out, as soon as he got into office, within, a month?
He did it.
He did it. He's had that massive speech, and everyone's crying.
It was
and-
televised.
yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
was-
Do you remember it?
Yeah,
I heard
it's
it live.
huge.
I was on a job at a race course.
Kevin
and I heard it
07,
live.
man.
Yeah, that was. Imagine if Rudd turned around and said, "You know what? We're not apologising to the Aboriginals."
Yeah.
and it's not. You know,
That would cause riots.
yeah, not even we're not apologising, but you know what? Let's just hold off on that for now. We'll discuss it. Yeah, in 6 to 10 months.
That's a little bit different though.
No. I'm just saying it was
Yeah.
one of the big
Yeah.
things that he was pushing.
Yeah.
For like Trump to come out.
I mean, that's pretty
literally-
easy. You just got to stand up there. Sorry, guys. And it's done. You know what I mean?
He's lighting a smoke.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys. Soz.
Sauce.
Later.
Yeah, he's just trying to update his status on Facebook while he's doing it, like completely. Like he's having lunch. He's at a pub with a counter meal.
It's boy. He's just in there going,
Yeah, right. What do you got to say about the Aboriginal? What's it called? The situation.
Stolen generation?
Yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah, we fucked up. onto sports and weather. Taking a bite.
now, do you mind fucking off so I can have my pie?
Shares. Just get another drink, mate.
In 2020, Bernie will be 79.
Yeah, 79-year-old as a fucking... Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. How old is a Canadian Prime Minister or whatever he is?
Oh,
He's young. He's really, really young.
that reminds me, man. Like, everyone's saying they're going to fucking deport to Canada. Canada's, like, immigration policies are, like, super strict.
Are they?
Like, super, super, super strict. Like, if you got a speeding ticket from, like, fucking...
Oh, that counts as like a criminal offence or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And you got to go through the ringer, like...
Yeah, but
wow.
if you've got money, believe me, they'll get in. Like, I'll invest this much money so I can live in your country.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
yeah,
you got
that's
money,
fine.
but for the common folk...
The common folk, forget it. They're finished.
They're finished. No, but that was the scary thing. As soon as Trump was clear Trump was going to win, Canada's immigration website just went to shutdown because like the flooding, like with Brexit.
He's 44.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's young. He's not old.
Dude, he's like 10 years old.
Yeah, bad. We could.
He's Prime Minister of Canada.
Smart ass.
Yeah, but man, it was like Brexit. Everyone started Googling how to move to Scotland, how to move to Ireland, because they want out. That happened with Canada. We want out. We don't want to live in like Trump's world. Mate, it's just fucked.
I swear Bernie
Give him a
is
chance.
fucking...
Give him a chance.
Well, look, Hillary and Obama and everyone came out with a really gracious... They both had gracious speeches post-Trump election, and they said, we have to give him a chance, like whether we like it or not.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's see what happens. But man, I don't know how long until he runs the place into the ground, man.
Did you hear the rumour, though?
Oh, the rumour mill.
Through the media.
Through the
Vince
Freemason
McMahon.
societies.
What?
He's going to most likely give a job to Vince, Mr. WWE McMahon.
Mr. Media himself.
He's going to give a job... Trump is going to give McMahon a job.
No, I'm gonna look it up. I swear I read it
Doing
somewhere.
what?
They got-
Promotions?
Security.
Pay-per-views coming out of the White House?
No chance.
Yeah, it's bad, man.
Yeah, because they go way back.
Yeah, because Trump was on...
Old billionaire boys.
Trump was on the show.
Yeah,
Like,
and
he
I remember
wrestled him down.
He even
and,
filed a lawsuit because McMahon said that he got his "you're fired" shtick from Trump.
Trump laid the smackdown on someone, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they had a brawl, but Trump was had Bobby Lashley fighting for him, that big black dude.
oh, sorry. No, sorry. I'll take that back. It's not Vince. It's Linda.
Linda McMahon.
Yeah.
Dude, she's been out of the limelight for like 2 decades.
There you go.
Trump expects to appoint former CEO Linda McMahon to his cabinet. For what? As what?
Yep.
As
Like the McMahons are they're
head of theatrics.
head of theatrics.
That's a call. That is a call. That is a good call.
Just completely overhauling the outfits and the entrances.
Head of the smoke and mirrors department.
Yeah.
She's been in the game a long time.
that's awesome.
Linda McMahon smoking mirrors.
So I love it. It's Vince's wife. Like, I don't understand. Like,
Dude, can you imagine? Oh my god.
She knows how the biz works, bro.
Hang on. Oh. Dude, can you imagine the first meeting at the United Nations? Like, literally the first
welcome,
meeting.
ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, like, just walks in. And like, you see all the prime ministers and stuff getting in, and all of a sudden, he's got his arms up, like, just throws it up. Yeah, man. That is so fucked up. Head of theatrics. That is the best call, man. The shadow minister of theatrics, man.
Well, it makes sense.
That's so. Why would you, like, the McMahons are a powerful business company. Yes, they've had vision. Blah blah blah. WWE is one of the biggest
But
companies in
Linda?
the world. But Linda McMahon, it's like he's getting all these sideshow ponies that would probably be like billionaires or like. Well, it's like, yeah, okay, you can. You're a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like you're an entrepreneur or whatever.
Yeah.
That doesn't
But it's
mean
not
you're right
political.
for politics.
No.
And that's what we were saying, how he has no military or no political experience, period.
Didn't he evade the military service? Like he
No,
tried
he went to military school when he was a kid, like a teenager. Yeah, that's not political experience. Basically with politics, man, to get into a position of in power in politics, you need to either be politically minded, right? So like you do what Hillary Clinton's been doing for the last 40 years, or they like to see like generals and people that have been in the military, because they do have political agenda, so they have the interests of the country like in line, and they're educated. Like
They've got a firm hand as well.
yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? And they've been in that position of like
Authority
overseeing
and-
authority. Yeah, exactly. Trump's had neither of these. So it's like just getting any guy that like ran a company, like, yeah, you made money, however you did it.
Get the head of Red Rooster to run.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Exactly. Like, but see what I'm saying?
2 Red Rooster references.
Could you imagine Dick Smith running for Prime Minister?
he actually reminds me of Bernie Sanders.
Dick Smith.
Dick Smith, yeah.
He's got that Bernie vibe.
Do you know what I mean?
It's got that lovable grandpa vibe.
Yeah, he'll feed you like
It's the Werther's Originals, man.
he'll feed you like the dodgy Dick Smith Vegemite.
Yeah, man.
On his,
Oh yeah, what was that?
isn't it called Aussiemite or something?
Aussie Mite?
Yeah.
Marmite's the other one.
Yeah, that was Aussiemite.
Yeah,
It was a
the British
Dick
one.
Smith Vegemite. Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, dude.
I'm pretty sure it was just called Dick Smith Vegemite.
No, because you can't.
You wouldn't be able to use the name.
Vegemite.
You wouldn't be able to use the word,
Yeah.
the
I think
trademark.
it was Aussiemite.
Oh, Dick Smith might.
Yeah, he had the dickheads, the matches. Yeah. I know that he ran, was it, which Dick Smith product was it? He ran one completely for charity. As in all profits from one of his products, they were all direct to charity. Yeah, because he had Dick Smith had the stores, and then he sold that off, and then he had
Powerhouse.
yeah.
It became Powerhouse.
Can you believe Dick Smith stores are gone, man?
Osmite. Sorry, Osmite.
Osmite, is that what it's called? He also had the Dick Smith brand Tim Tams.
That one.
Just looks inferior.
Yeah, it's no frills
word
brand.
go.
I swear, I want this guy to have Prime Minister, man.
Who's that? Who's that?
That's Dick Smith.
Oh yeah, that is Dick Smith. Sorry.
Look.
Couldn't tell me that.
Yeah, man. But
got the
he had-
Cooper on.
I know that he was running one of his products on like literally just straight to charity. But it's like getting him out of nowhere to be prime minister. I'm like, I'm not going to vote for him. I don't like. Who is he?
It's Dick.
You got to watch a bit of the good side of Trump videos
What
floating
good
around.
side?
No, it's all probably it's all made by pro-Trump. If someone came out and made a video that wasn't, you know, aligned to
This-
like any side, I'd watch it.
Particular video I watched, it wasn't like just someone talking, like saying shit. It was like all footage of him, like, you know, whatever.
Grabbing people by the pussy.
Grabbing people by the policy. Nah, like just fucking building shit to make the city good, helping out fucking black communities, all sorts of shit, helping out with Christian communities.
But that's the thing, man. I'm not saying that he's a bad person. Like he's
the
just
devil.
I'm not saying that he's just pouring shit in the water. Like he's going up to water reservoirs and just like pouring fucking acid in. Like,
He's Mr. Burns. He's Mr. Burns.
Like building, just buying up schools and just like knocking them down to build, golf courses. I'm not saying he's doing that, but we've been saying the same thing. He's just literally not qualified for the fucking job, man. Like if you have a business interview, man, you got 10 candidates for the same job. You look at their resume. Nothing on his resume equates to political.
Power. Like,
Yeah.
not what he's got now.
Yeah,
if he ran,
political ability.
If he ran for the Senate or became a governor, just to work his way up.
Yeah, if he started as what he did,
Like Arnie or something?
and went to become a governor.
I put this to you then, boys.
Yes.
Everyone else that's been in office has had a lot of political experience.
Yeah.
Place is fucked. Plenty of conflicts everywhere. Maybe we need someone that's just fresh off the bat.
But he's going to make it even more fun.
No, but the thing is, he's had no.
You know, like when a company wants to employ someone with no previous experience because you just learn
Yeah,
fresh.
I agree.
Yeah, but he's the head now. He's the boss.
Yeah,
like,
I
it's like
understand.
hiring a CEO.
Yeah.
It's like hiring you as a CEO for Microsoft. Would you know what to do?
No.
If
You have no idea.
Like, if they put this in front of you and Bill Gates is like, right, you're the new CEO, go nuts.
Yeah, and this guy, all his alignment his entire life's been with Apple.
Yeah.
Like, you're so pro Apple,
Yeah.
but then it's like, okay,
Yeah.
Microsoft now, Bill Gates comes out of retirement and says, you know what, I need
Johnny-
Bobby Preacher.
Bobby, you're the new
Bobby,
CEO,
You're
man.
the new CEO. Why? Because
We believe in you.
You talk a lot about Apple, so we're going to make you the CEO of
You
Microsoft.
talk a lot of smack.
Just literally,
I'm just thinking that way.
no interests aligned with the actual company's intentions or agenda.
Like, you would learn on the job,
That's what I'm saying, man.
but
I've got no problem with
To become the best CEO ever of Microsoft, right?
double their
Right?
profits to 15 billion.
Yeah, right. Like he's just supporting his own.
Like, man, we made a good decision with Bobby Preacher.
You're sitting in the office.
Look at our profits.
Do you know what I'm
He's sitting
seeing?
like now, like this.
Do you know what I'm seeing? It was Microsoft or Google. I think it was Microsoft that initiated first. They had a real big culture on company wellness and employee wellness. So they had and Google did it. They've done it really, really
Oh,
well.
the Google factory's cool.
Yeah,
You can,
they've got gyms at the thing, free meals. You can sleep at work.
no dress code. You can play video games. Blah
right?
blah blah.
I'm seeing someone give people a tour of the whole the building. This is our canteen area. This is where our tech labs are. Johnny's in the canteen, somewhere in the corner, just eating potato gems, just hammering into a sandwich. It looks like he hasn't slept.
Tripping in vinegar. Just swimming in vinegar.
And they're just like, who's that? Oh, that's Bobby. That's the CEO. What?
And just like, hey, Bobby, looks up.
Can you say a few words that we're given the the orientation date for the new workers? Like, can you just come back in 20, man? I'm
give
kind
me
of
a minute?
busy.
I'm just trying to eat.
I'm kind of busy. He's got tomato sauce all over his hands.
Let's go for a 20 wrapper.
That's who you would be, man. That's not just laissez-faire casual. We're talking filthy laissez-faire casual.
And you'd be on sports bet.
That's how I would be, but I'd still be kicking ass in the company, boys.
He'd bring in policies like Friday reach around.
Friday boss gets to fuck whoever he wants.
Oh, disgusting.
He walks around. Everyone's quivering behind the scenes.
This is this is the forming
Can
of
that
this
little,
political career
And
right
this is why
now.
he supports Trump.
Can that little blondie at Station 3 please come to my office right now?
Gemma, please come to the office.
Gemma with
Honestly,
the blonde
man,
hair.
I don't mean to harp on about Trump, but I'm just saying that's what's the most scary thing, man.
Hey, one thing I have to say about Trump.
Yeah.
Every single... Look, I'm even doing his fucking hand gestures. Every single...
Is that his hand gesture?
Yeah.
That's a 666, by the way, if you didn't know.
Oh shit, it is.
Six, yeah. It's a whole thing. And
See?
that's why the stars do like this.
Is that
over
why
here.
you started this podcast? Finally coincided with the election. Now he's bringing in the hand signal, slowly getting the. Yeah, he's still doing it.
He's got a Trump supporter T-shirt under there.
Boys,
Oh, here we go.
listen to me, Dim. Every single politician that we've had, whether it be in America or Australia, right? They seem fake.
Can you put your hands down?
Alright, sorry,
You're hammering it out now. Look here.
they seem fake. They don't seem like real people, right? And they just seem like Donald doesn't seem like that. He's been an asshole from the start. And like what you see is what you get,
Yeah,
right?
but why would you let him run your country?
Because he's real.
Yeah, but I can understand if he ran for Senate or became a mayor or a governor
Yeah.
or something like that. That's cool.
If
Like
Trump came out and said, I want to be mayor,
California or whatever. Like, or mayor of New York or something like that. I'd be like, alright, give him a chance.
if he wants to run as... Dude, like, they've had some fucking stupid candidates for, like, all types of things.
Oh.
Dude, remember that year when the same Senate bill, whether it was for Senate or mayor or president, I can't remember what it was for, in the same year you had Mary Carey, the porn star.
Yeah.
You had Gary Coleman, the guy from Different Strokes.
That would
Gary
have
Coleman?
been
Is that the guy that goes, what you talking about, Willis?
Yeah. Dude, they had him. They had Mary Carey, him, and and there was another guy, like someone ridiculous. And they were literally running for, like, president or senate or something. They were running for something. Like, where are they finding these people, man? Just like a freak show of just anyone random. Mm-hmm. Just like, no. Like, man, do you remember years ago they were talking about Maguire running?
Yeah.
Remember when Maguire was at his peak before he started making
everywhere.
He started making all those racist, bigoted comments on radio.
When he was making 50 grand a pop on fucking Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, yeah. When he was at his peak, man, when he'd come out of nowhere and you literally couldn't turn on a TV or a radio
without seeing that big red fat face.
He flooded the media.
He was everywhere,
He flooded it.
And he did it well because Collingwood's memberships just went nuts.
Dude, Collingwood, in the year, like, 99, 2000, Collingwood were fucked.
Yeah.
Like, they were on the verge of bankruptcy, and they were, like, Maguire dug them out of that grave. He got them out.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
on his own...
Swooped in like a magpie.
On the sweat of his own back, man.
Yeah.
Maguire got Collingwood back into the front,
I'll give you
right?
that.
Yeah.
Maybe Trump's going to do that for America.
No, because
It's a bit different, man. Collingwood Football Club to the United
Yeah,
States
exactly.
of America.
That was the point that I was going to make, man. They were talking, when he was at his peak, they were saying, because there was a political unrest in Australia at the same time, and they were saying, what are you thinking as far as political agenda or ambition? And he laughed and he waved it away, like he's a bit coy about it. But he's like, oh, nah, that's not in the cards for me, not anytime soon. And he was coy about it, like leaving it, but he said, nah, I'm not interested, right? And you're saying, or maybe Trump will do it for America. Man, even the president of the Collingwood Football Club, I think he was the CEO of Channel 9 at the time.
He was CEO of Channel 9.
And he stepped down from that role because he couldn't handle it.
Do it. He goes,
couldn't do everything that he does.
I'm doing it in justice.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do it right.
You can't commit to it. Just being the CEO of, like, a major television network, yeah? He stepped down from it because he knew, split with his time on radio, his time with, like, Collingwood, all that shit was just too much, and he wouldn't be able to do anything at full pace, at 150, right? Trump, like you're saying, he might do that with America. Dude, Trump had no clear vision leading into the thing, and all he's done is divide a nation, and now in the week after, not only has he flipped on every policy that he pulled up, everything he said he was going to do in the election, he's already gone 180 and said, nah, I'm not doing it, I'm holding it, I'm not doing it. And he doesn't even want to commit to the job he's been given. He doesn't even recognise the responsibilities. He thinks
He's surprised.
He just thinks it's still oh yeah, whatever. Like, oh, now I'm president, cool. Like, I won, like, because it's all about winning. But that's it.
Yeah.
Now I'm just stuck. Do you know, like, he's like, well, fuck, now what? Now I actually have to, now I'm responsible for, what's the population of America? What's the population of the expats? What's, every decision like, you look at Obama, yeah, and the guy's aged in 8 years, like, he visually has aged. Look, dude, we all look aged compared to what we looked like that years ago.
But Obama's
had the stress of, like, the recession.
Yeah.
He's had the stress of, like, the war. He's been responsible for all that shit, and you take it on board, man. Like, it gets to you.
He would have had some sleepless nights.
Yeah, man. Like, you age. You know what I mean? Like, you physically age because you're fucked. I remember I was reading a doco or watching a doco or reading something about Martin Luther King Jr. And they said when he died, if you look up this stat, his heart had advanced to, like, how old was Martin Luther King when he got shot? He wasn't old. He wasn't old at all, man. No. He was not old at all. But his heart had progressed, deteriorated to a point as if he had like heart attacks and shit like that, just based on the stress of the civil rights movement and everything he was dealing with, man. Like, you take that much on.
He died at 39.
Yeah, man, 39, man.
I was going to guess that. I
He got assassinated.
If you look up a statistic about his heart and his health, it had deteriorated that rapidly just based on the stress of his position. And so you look at Obama, and it's like
maybe he's on the crack.
Martin Luther King Jr.
He's a black man.
The black man.
Hey, he was very energetic,
dude. You know what I mean? So you look at Obama and you think about everything that guy's had on his plate. the leader of the free world, the war in the Middle East, everything. Think about all the major things that have happened during the Obama administration, man, and you can see it. Like, it's going to take his toll. That guy, man, he needs some R&R. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to get...
He's going to go to Hawaii or Jamaica or
he'll
something.
go, yeah. He'll just chill.
Roll the fattest blunt you've ever seen, like 6 papers long, trumpet style.
Yeah, man. You just sit there.
Big pipe.
He'll look at Michelle next to him and go, bitch. Just shut the fuck up. Spark it.
But you know what I mean? You can see that. Like, it's a high stressful job, man. It's not cruisy. It's not like he's a movie star and he's just like, yeah, free meals at whatever restaurant I want. You're responsible for like a third of the world's activities.
Having to do those fake speeches every day in front of fucking the...
Yeah. Imagine, man, like, look at it this way. I made a speech at this guy's wedding, and I was, in my head, I was already compiling it for maybe like 3-4 weeks beforehand, like while I'm at work, you know, just thinking of funny shit to say or whatever, la la la. I didn't write it out physically on paper until, because I wrote it out, and then I typed it up, and then I printed it out, and then I said it. And I was still tooling it to the minute I gave it, and I even free ad-libbed some shit as well. That speech went for how long, man? How long did I have? 5 to 10 minutes?
Yeah, between 5 to 10. I think it went for about 6 or 7.
Yeah, 5 to 10 minutes, you know. It literally took me 3 to 4 weeks to start compiling. I wrote it out the night before, so it was finally, like, I remember saying to myself, I need to get this to the minute. And I did it the night before, man. I spent an hour or two on it, and then I typed it up, went over it again before I drove to his house in the morning, right, to go take him for breakfast. Dude, who was I influencing in that speech? 250-odd guests at his wedding. Half of them wouldn't have been listening. The other half would have been, like, just looking at me like, who the fuck is this guy? I've never seen him before. I literally would have been speaking to maybe 10 people.
Me, Ren.
That's literally him, his missus, his sisters, his mum, Malaka, and, you know, my mum and my sister. Yeah. Maybe my sister. My brother-in-law, but maybe my sister. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? That's who I was influencing, and I wasn't really I wasn't nervous about it because I was just saying what I already knew. But, dude, that took me 4 weeks.
But you had to write the speech.
Dude, Trump would not be writing his own speeches, and that's the most dangerous thing about him is when he starts ad-libbing during press conferences, when he completely just throws the book away.
And goes, listen.
Just drops his notes before, like, dude,
Yeah, but I like that, dude. I hate those speeches that presidents
but the problem
give.
is,
We got to hold together.
This is the problem. This is the problem with that, right?
I'm a robot.
There are professional speechwriters, right? They get paid a shit ton of money because they literally have to be able to
Tell lies.
No, it's not about telling lies, dude. It's about putting forward things that aren't going to cause civil unrest.
Riots.
Yeah, it's got like you got to be 100. Like, man, think about it like this. Yeah,
You got to appease the people.
okay. Someone said to me the other day, like, why I spend X amount of hours editing our podcast every week. Yeah, and I said, okay, you know, why don't you just leave it like just free to run? Okay, dude, I do leave it free to run. I rarely ever edit anything out that we say, ever. As in, specific. You know what I might edit? When we're rambling at the start. Honestly, I'll tell you right now what I edit in, like, say, a 3-hour podcast. Actually cut time out from when we sit down to when we get up from this table. Man, I edit maybe a minute at the start because it's us just rambling, finding out, you know, where's my smokes? Is my mic on? Clearing our throats, all that sort of shit. Yeah. Then, anytime, you know, we get up to take a leak or have a smoke, or, you know, the computer shuts down or something, I'll bridge it together.
That's Johnny's fault.
Or if we're all looking for notes or, you know, we're waiting for something to load, I might tighten it up a bit so there's no 3-minute gaps. Yeah. You know? At most. And then at the end, I make the outro. That's it, man. I don't edit anything else out. We are free to air. Like, we are live to air, man. Like, cut print.
Except for the goat story. Except for that fabled goat story.
Yeah. The goat story is the one thing that I cut out.
That's the only thing.
Yeah. Literally, in, we're episode 28 right now. That goat story is the one thing I cut out, and we've still got it. We've still recorded it.
Go there as proof.
Yeah, it's there. Maybe one day when you're running, maybe one day when he's running for Prime Minister, I'll pull it out of the archives like, nah, I object.
Peter, you want to take a look at this?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's still there. I just literally, that was the one touch and go moment, man. Other than that, I don't edit anything out, right? With Trump.
That's why Trump's perfect.
No, it's.
You're further.
Let me finish, okay?
On the fly.
We could say, we're reasonable people, okay? We are reasonable people, all right? And we don't say anything that's outlandish or dangerous, You know what I mean? Like, if we use this podcast, because we're reaching people, whether, like, you know, we
used it for hate.
Yeah, if this was a hate crime podcast, man, we'd probably get a lot more people listening because it's easier to spread.
Not us.
It's easier to spread rhetoric and you know, racist bigotry because people are just tuning to see the freak show going on. Like, these guys are insane. I'm serious.
White lives matter.
Yeah, man. White lives matter. You know, if
Let's change the podcast to White Lives Matter.
I love how White Lives Matter, dude. Your dad's Welsh. That's a first generation Greek Australian right there. I was born overseas, man. But, like, you know, but that's what I'm saying, man. Speechwriters, man, they get paid well because they have to embody everything that this person has to convey, like, in this 10-minute monologue.
And make it believable that he wrote it.
It's going to reach millions of people and could easily influence anything, man. Like, the famous speeches throughout history have literally influenced a tide, man. Like, whether it's a war changing, you know, like, direction, or whether it's the economy, or whether you're addressing the livelihood of, like, millions of people, man. And Trump, being the leader of the free world, man, anything he says will echo through every orifice in the world, man. In the world. Do you know how powerful that is?
This is Donald Trump.
So what I'm saying
it's
is,
true and raw.
the problem with Trump is the fact that he just puts the notes down within 30 seconds. There's a team of people behind him just shaking their heads, like, hands over the eyes, like, oh my God,
Donald.
what is he doing? We're fucked. Like, dude, if I was at his wedding and I'd shown him my speech, so, like, just to get the approval, and he'd be like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, cool, sweet. And then halfway through, I just go off rail. And
Zip down your fly and just
I just start saying some really... I start telling some story about me and him in America, you know, like some outlandish shit. This guy would be like doing the... cut it, get him off.
And then my new wife of 3 hours is looking at me.
But that's what I'm saying. Dude, Trump, in his first address, in his first monologue, he literally said Mexicans are bringing rapists and drugs into the neighboring countries, man. Like, that's his first, and I'm telling you from the get-go, some guy in the back holding one of these "We Love Trump" signs and a hat, like a straw hat.
Started dropping the sign down.
Yeah,
like,
just put his sign down, start looking at his phone thinking, I better get another job, man, because if this is 18 months of this shit, I'm fucked.
All right, but if they are coming across legally, maybe some of them are rapists and some of them are...
What are you talking about? So what are you saying? That, like, illegal immigrants are... That's like saying, dude, okay, hang on, wait.
I think all he wants is just for them to do it legally. Like, that's his main...
No, what he's saying, if he wanted that, then what he would have said was, we need to exercise tighter border controls with better screening processes. That's not what he said. What he said was, Mexicans are coming into our country and they're not bringing their best. They're bringing rapists and they're bringing crime and drugs. That's what he said, man.
What about the families that are working everyday jobs?
You know what it's like? It's like the boats, right, coming in from the north, yeah? We have never said all the people coming in on the boats are rapists and murderers and drugs. No. How can we sit here and honestly say that the people coming in on the boats, they're all just escaping a fucked up life and they're just trying to find greener pastures and blah, blah, blah.
If they go into that measure...
And then, what we've said was we need to set up some sort of filtering process to do it legally and more efficiently. And then we start with Manuel and how that place is fucked and it's not being run properly and they could be doing more, right? Abbott... when Abbott came in and said, we're getting rid of these boats, his idea was to send the military up there and start rerouting these poor people. Yeah. Same with the Mexicans, man. They're escaping a fucked up life, poverty, whatever, going over the wall because it's by foot. They don't have to get on a boat, you know what I mean? And it's exactly the same situation, man. Exactly the same situation. But what Trump said, he didn't say we need to exercise better diplomatic measures and we need to filter out and process this in an easier way. All he said was, Mexicans are coming here, they're rapists and they're bringing drugs, and we need to get rid of them.
Straight up.
And we're building a wall! And we're building a fucking wall because that's going to keep them out. That's the difference, man. There was so many ways you could have said, like, if his point was, we need to filter through the immigration policies of this country, fair enough, because everyone filters immigration. Like, it's, no one just says, come in.
I think that is at the heart. Like, that is the point. But maybe he was just like that.
But that's the scary part, dude.
But he was just like that at the start because it was just like that shock value of, like, listen to me.
But that's the point, man.
Because I want to change shit.
If that was at the heart, if that was at the heart, then that policy would have come out in those words some point in the last 18 months. It never has. He's just kept going back to that Mexican rapists, criminals, we're building a fucking wall. Anyone that objects to him or brings up anything like, what are you talking about?
Shut
what
him
about
down.
blah, blah. Yeah, do you know what he says? The wall just got 3 feet taller. Like, what the fuck are you on about? He wants to build a wall. Imagine if you were having issues with your neighbours, yeah? Imagine your next door neighbour was playing loud music at night or was picking lemons off your tree that's hanging over the thing.
Why not?
And your solution, dude, your solution wasn't like to just knock on the guy's door and say, listen, mate, can we have a chat? You know, your kid's coming over my fence to grab his tennis ball. You know, your missus is picking lemons off my tree. I just want to see what's going on. Yeah, let's just figure it out.
You're like, fuck them.
Your solution was just to build the wall even higher and put barbed wire around it and then start calling the guy a rapist. That's the equivalent, dude. That's the exact equivalent. And that's what pisses me off, man. It's like,
He did it the wrong way.
yeah, didn't
Did
just
it the
go
wrong way.
about it the wrong way. His actual fucking motive behind it is completely warped.
Yeah, his motive behind it is wrong, I agree, but it worked. Like, it
Yeah, 'cause
got
he's-
everyone's attention.
Yeah, because all the white
And
redneck.
he was a lot more eloquent with it. Like, I watched an interview the other day. And
Yeah, do you know why? Because he's in now, and now the whole, like, now it's like, alright, motherfucker, you're in. Now what? He's like, he actually doesn't know what he's doing. That's why he hasn't done anything yet, man. He has not moved on shit, and he's literally started backtracking. Like,
'Cause she said, like, obviously you want to stop people coming in, but what about the people that are already here illegally?
Yeah.
And he said, we're going to ship them out. He goes, but there will be a chance for the good ones to come back in because we want good people in here. It doesn't matter what race they are. We want good people to come back.
Okay, see that's
Dude.
so you're gonna ship him back and then bring him back.
Yeah, dude, how can you say that to someone, right? Like, say you've got, you know, Jorge Gonzalez, who's just gone over the border, right? Guy had no money, no food, you know, was looking to set up something for his wife and his kid. Goes into, you know, where were the nearest, like LA, right?
Yeah.
Ends up in LA, starts working as a chef or a kitchen hand for $3 an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah? Saves all his money for 5 years, sending pesos back to his, you know, his
Back
missus. His missus opens up an envelope once a month. Oh, that's 20 pesos. Like, sweet. Right? Well, and the guy's like just he's on the brink of like bringing his family over.
Yep.
You know, whatever. Like this, you know, he's literally slaved as a kitchen hand. All of a sudden, Trump's, Gestapo just walk in. Everybody out! And like, cuts a skull in my grass.
it's true.
Oh, Hitler
Yeah,
does.
man. Literally. Where's your documentation? And he's just like, you know, and he cuts shitting himself. Goes missing because he's been put into a retainment center to get fucking sent back to Mexico.
His wife and kids starved because
wife
there's no
and
money.
kids, yeah, starving, can't get a hold of him, don't know where he is. And he just rocks up at the fucking borders feeling like a failure.
Wife gets into prostitution.
Yeah. The son starts selling crack.
Yeah, it's finished.
It's an ugly you can't just fucking uproot someone that's literally just trying to do everything right just by, you know, and it's saying the same thing. Like,
But, yeah, but what he was saying was he will give those people a chance.
no, it won't.
The good ones.
By
No,
that
it
point,
won't.
They have
it's
a-
too late, man. How long does the migration happen with the boat people coming in from into Manu Island, man?
Dude, they're
those
still there.
processing centres take years. People and dude, you're
people are
saying
killing themselves
We
in
have
there.
all
Actually
pushed,
killing themselves.
Yeah, we have all pushed for better processing and better all that sort of. We've pushed for that, man. We've never said send them back. They don't deserve to be here. We've said
Process them legally.
process them legally and work to fucking fix that. This cunt, I'm going to build a 3,500 kilometre wall. Do you know how much money that's going to cost? In
There's
that,
the economy.
yeah, in that time, he could be building up fucking processing centres, or he could be doing something to actually filter it. But that's the point, Johnny, that I've been trying to make. He's not, if he doesn't have a fucking clue what he's talking about, and he just used these spurious hyperbole, like just bullshit, like just comments, just to drive the agenda,
just for
bring out
shock
the inner
value.
racist,
Yeah.
just to bring out the inner racist in all the fucking Republicans and the Democrats.
Johnny's closing comment. Team Trump.
Trumpets.
I'm not having a go at you, dude. Like, I'm not having a go.
Oh, dude.
But this is like...
I was just playing devil's advocate because...
You know, I agree. You need it, you know?
You know.
But it's just so frustrating because we've literally watched this caricature freak show just carnival its way through urban America. It's like literally, man, like, can you imagine a guy, like, getting up in the morning, the guy's like a complete liberal, like, Democrat, like, he's all open-minded, he gets up, he's like, puts his suit on, kisses his missus goodbye, like, I'm gonna go to the fucking office. Goes outside and you just see this toot-toot, and like he's unlocking his car, and all of a sudden he turns around and you just see this massive fucking float like at the Macy Day parade with like you know what it's like? Jack Nicholson, the Joker in Batman 1.
This town needs an enema.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you see and the carnival comes and Trump's out the front wearing like one of these big red, white, and blue American Uncle Sam hats.
We want you.
And he's got like a fucking George Washington like fucking coat, like a general coat. He's got the staff. He's like doing the Joker fucking strut through the museum.
Does he have a big cigar as well?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you have to
But
have a
do you know what I
cigar.
mean? And he's just screaming. And then this guy's
You're not making it any better, man. You went for him straight away.
Dude, like, and the guy in the suit is just like, what the fuck? And he's like, is this for real? And then he looks across the road and his neighbour is literally like just taking the suit off, enjoying the fucking thing, gets a 40, just starts losing his shit.
All of a sudden, that guy's poor wife is like hanging off Trump. Yeah.
This is what Trump's done. Partyman by Prince. Seriously, can you picture in your heads right now?
I'm just picturing that scene from Batman.
Yeah,
in the street.
picture Trump.
Oh, and that green gas that comes out.
Yeah.
Are you ready to freak out? Look what I found.
Oh, Trump dressed as the Joker. That's cool.
Dude, gather around. Dude, you can picture.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
I'm saving that.
Dude, you can picture Hillary Clinton making a speech about the healthcare, and then Trump walking in the room with this shit. I'm not even making it up, man. You can see it vividly in your head.
You know why? It's time to end the bullshit, Dim. It's time to end the smoke and mirrors.
Dude, these lyrics are spot on. Nick, do me a favour, man. Look up the lyrics for Prince, Partyman. I'm not even joking.
You know what I picture? This scene, you know the Joker in that? His mate with the long hair, his ratty mate with the long hair.
Oh, Bob.
Yeah.
Bob.
Oh,
God.
You're such a dirty rat.
Bob. Leave it.
Leave it.
That dude.
Best movie ever.
Best movie ever.
Best
That's
movie
the
ever.
best scene.
Number one.
All right, look at the fucking lyrics for Prince, yeah? Partyman.
Michael Keaton, what a dish. What a dish back in the day.
Dude, this is the lyrics to Partyman.
perfect
All right, I'm
Oh,
job.
not even joking, please.
Perfect job for the batsuit.
The bulge.
Are you lobbying for Ian to be next Batman?
God, that'd be the worst.
He'd play a sexy
That'd be the
Batman.
worst. Dude, I'm just going to read an excerpt from the lyrics, yeah? The first verse. All hail the new king in town. Young and old gather round. Black and white, red and green. Funky, the funkiest man you've ever seen. Tell you what his name is. Partyman. Rock a party like nobody can. Rules and regulations, no place in his nation. Partyman. Party people say it now. Yeah. Somebody holler if you want a party. Ladies and gentlemen, no pictures, please. And then he just starts up.
That is Trump's song.
I rock the party, I rock the house, I rock the whole world, north, east, and south.
New conspiracy. Prince predicted the Trump.
Prince knew.
Prince knew. Prince,
Back in 80, like 3 or 4, whenever Batman came out.
Prince is alive on the island where all the stars go.
Dude, that's exactly what it is. The party, the fucking Trump show is just a massive party. And like, the way Barack was going to make him... Dude, Barack was literally...
That's
I would like you to turn your memory banks back to when George Bush Jr.
Junior? Yeah?
What about that dude? That was the most fucking bizarre thing ever. The dude couldn't even read.
I know.
And all he was about was fucking, we're going to go kill people with bombs and shit.
Okay, but think about it, yeah? When George W. Bush came into power, yeah? The guy was a senator. I don't know how he became a senator, right? But his old man was a president.
Skull and bones, that's how.
Same thing, right? George W. Bush Jr. was a senator at one point or something like that, you know, and then ran for office, okay? He was the CEO of...
Would that have been in Texas, Demi? Was that in the...
Dude, he was, right? He literally had failed businesses that were set up by his old man.
Oil companies?
Yeah, oil companies and...
Who did business with Bin Laden. Bin Laden bailed him out.
Okay, think about it. Look at the similarities. George Bush Jr. was just a hack. You know,
It's a cokehead.
he was got given companies to basically just give him a job, and he ran him into the ground, right? And then somehow just kept falling onto money because of like his connections and all that sort of shit. Eventually ran for president, right?
As you do.
Yeah, as you do. And when he got in,
As you do in the Democrats.
same thing. He used to say a lot of stupid things, and he had no idea what was going on. Dude, Trump fell into money because of his old man. You know, had his old man's name to fall back on just to sell the image and just try and keep making revenue. Had to keep getting bailed out of shit, like when Trump Tower hit the wall.
Been bankrupt 4 times.
Yeah, all these casinos hit the wall, all that sort of shit. And all of a sudden, the only difference is George W. Bush ran back in like 2000, whatever it was. We're in 2016. This is 15 years ago. We're in 2016, and it's got to be a bigger and better fucking show now to combat shit, man.
Dun, 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 dun.
99. Ow!
I love Prince on a theme, man.
Prince lives.
Prince lives.
Just quickly, because we've dragged on Trump for so long.
An hour.
Martin Luther King, his heart was 20 years older than him.
Exactly.
So he died at 39. Sorry, but fact is, he had the heart of a 60-year-old. So
Crack cocaine, bitch.
No. You're accusing one of the greatest civil rights leaders of crack cocaine? Not even like something decent, like just crack-based, just basing, freebasing. Why?
To explain the over-exuberance and energy.
Why?
I'm just kidding. Anyway, we all love Trump. What's next? Could you talk about UFC and how fucking awesome it was?
man, I've actually got it written down right here.
Let's move
King
along.
Conor, man.
Since UFC, I just want to say I've been doing night shift and sleeping the days away, so I haven't heard shit, but fuck, that was the most awesome fucking bunch of fights ever.
So you haven't seen all the stuff that came out?
Like what?
Okay, no, I'm not saying that you. I mean, like just
general.
literally after he knocked him out, what happened? Like, you know.
Oh, I haven't seen all the backlash of what. I was just purely just talking about the fights and how good they were.
So,
Okay.
Khabib Nurmagomedov,
Nurmagomedov.
he called out Conor now.
The Russian, yeah, he called him out.
24 and zip, right? But,
That was his first fight back as well. Since
yeah, but, I reckon, like, they're saying that he pulls out a lot in fights, sort of thing.
Who pulls out?
The Russian guy.
Brother?
Like,
he was undefeated for the longest time, like just an animal.
Yeah.
And then he's just plagued by injury ever since.
Yeah.
And he came back and he's still dominated.
He's a humble man. I saw his post-fight interview when he destroyed the other guy. And he goes, what did he call him?
He called him a chicken.
A chicken. Yeah, he goes, Ireland have 5 million people. Russia, 150 million people. He goes, come out, you chicken. Like,
yeah, he called him out big time. He was also calling out another guy in the crowd. I can't remember who the other fighter was.
Khabib is a fucking...
He's a unit, man.
Just, what's that, wrestling? The Sambo or whatever is it? Or something?
Yeah.
I think it's Sambo.
He's like,
he's got
done
a
that
t-shirt
since-
saying if Sambo was easy, I'd call it Taekwondo.
Yeah, been doing that since he was literally...
That's harsh, man.
Yeah, man, that's his t-shirt.
Yeah, that's
Doing that
ballsy.
since he popped out of the womb, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, just,
He's a
just a
unit.
fucking tank.
Yeah, he's fucked.
And a fight with him and Conor would just be like...
I don't know, man. I still reckon Conor's striking game would get him.
Do you know what? I figured it out finally because like this last fight, I was just watching like intently. I want to see what makes Conor a good fighter, and I figured it out, man. I fucking figured it out. He's not he's not tall, right? It looks like like if you look at him, he's pretty like, you know,
Average height.
Yeah, he's average sort of looking dude, right?
5'10", 5'11".
But his limbs, his arms and his legs are so fucking long. His torso is smaller than yours, Johnny. Like his actual stomach, chest, and waist.
He's got a great
So there's
reach.
like this tiny little striking range if you want to hit him in the body. It's tiny, but his limbs are so gangly.
Yeah.
He leads with his arms out to subdue like your attack. So like if Nick was coming at me, man, and he had his arms out slowly like inching forward, just stopping everything that I'm doing, then just he's so quick, he just fucking
Not only quick, but so precise.
yeah.
Oh, man,
he's
Like,
accurate.
who else do you see knock someone out with a 4-punch combo?
Yeah,
Anderson
Like, you
Silva.
just don't see that shit.
4 punches.
He's like Anderson. He has that...
very similar.
But it's almost
different.
like... It's like time slows down or something. Like when they're fighting.
Man, 4-punch combo, man. Like,
I know.
and connected every
I know.
one of them.
I know, dude.
The
It's
third
insane.
one hit
It's
him in the
insane.
face flush, and he didn't even see the fourth one as he was going down, man.
No.
And did you see when he was down? He got him with one.
One,
and
and then-
the second one skimmed off his head.
Yeah,
luckily,
and
because
the
he
ref was
fucking
just
wound up
waving him
for that.
away.
Yeah,
He's like,
nah,
get the
finished.
fuck out. He didn't even see it. He wouldn't have
He
seen the
made
first punch.
Alvarez look slow as fuck.
Alvarez was running away the entire
Yeah,
fight,
but he made
man.
him look like a bait. Like, he didn't belong in there. And Alvarez is a good fighter, man.
Yeah, but that's what Conor said. He
Yeah.
goes, Alvarez is a warrior, he's a great contender,
Yeah.
but he had no place being in this ring.
Yeah.
No place. Like, Conor's speech after the fight was the best, man. He's like,
But you see the weigh-ins and stuff. You see he came out in
Yeah.
his white.
yeah, he looked like,
fur.
yeah, I saw a meme saying, Conor out here looking like a Bond villain. Yeah, man.
But you know what? He talks a lot of shit, like he says. He goes, I talk
Yeah,
a lot
he
of shit, but I back it
sells
up.
his own press, yeah. He
And that's
does.
how he makes that money.
Yeah.
You know what he said now? He goes, you want me to fight again in the UFC?
Yeah.
Give me part of the company.
Yeah, I want stock. I built this house. I
Well,
want stock.
think about, because UFC was going down there for a little bit. And they got Conor, and
Yeah.
he's just rejuvenated the whole fucking thing now.
I love how he's just come out and he just said, I've been slating everyone in the back rooms, the locker rooms. I want to take this opportunity to apologise for absolutely nothing. The double champ does whatever the fuck he wants.
What a speech, man.
Oh, this cunt, man, this cocky prick.
Did you see him cracking the shits to get his other belt as
couldn't
well?
get his other-
He wanted both.
Yeah. This tight ass company, you know, like 12 billion, 2 billion or whatever it
Give me
was.
my fucking belt.
Give me another belt.
I love it, man. I love
Dude,
the way he
I was
fights.
hilarious. Just watching the fight, man. I figured it out. His fucking limbs are so long and he's so
Precise,
quick and precise.
And it's just that something else as well. Like Nick said, like Anderson Silva, it's just something. Like
They've
it's
got
just
that something.
Yeah,
It's
just the X
like
factor,
John
man.
Jones as well. Like just
Yeah, yeah,
it's like
yeah,
they're not
yeah.
even like trying, but everything's perfect.
Well,
Like,
you know
it's
what?
fucking-
I saw an interview with him, and he's like, everyone's got a style. Yeah, you know, everyone's got a certain kind of style that you
Yes.
know how to do. He's funny because he came out and said, "I don't have a style. You
Yeah.
can't pick how I fight.
yeah,
Like
unpredictable.
I can be like this one fight, and I can be like this another fight.
Yeah.
That's he's unpredictable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he's a good striker though. He's a fucking striker, man. He'll drop you. He'll drop you. But 4-punch combo.
Four punch combo,
Man.
knockout.
Man, and I'm not a fanboy like Johnny, but I
you
do
don't-
love the way he fights, man.
You don't check off to it at night. No.
But I think you can take him.
No. And did you guys see the Tyrone Woodley versus?
I watched all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched every fight.
I
on
watched
that card.
highlights because I was working.
I love the Tyrone Woodley versus Wonderboy fight as well because Wonderboy is just like an absolute gun.
Yeah.
Like
He's a freak.
like just throws kicks and punches from. But what I loved about it was Tyrone won just with sheer brute strength.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like all those weapons that Wonderboy had, Woodley was just like fuck you and just
mean
just,
nothing.
just fucking overpowered him just with pure just brute strength.
Yeah.
And I thought that was so cool. I was like, fuck
But that's the point, man. Like, sometimes you just can't win, man. Like, other guys just too big. Like, simple. Sometimes you just can't. It's like when they're saying with Conor, like, should he step up to welterweight or whatever it is? Because he's got the featherweight and he's got the lightweight. So he's going to have to relinquish the featherweight because he won't be able to defend it. And they're saying, should he step up to another class? And it's like,
Just on the way here, they're saying, imagine a setup between Tyrone Woodley and Conor McGregor.
that'd be insane.
Yeah.
That would be fucking.
But I think the size difference it would just be.
I think so too, man.
Well,
He's
yeah,
a
Woodley
fucking-
would just be too big, and
Woodley's
that's the
just
truth,
a
man.
ball of
Like,
muscle.
fight within your range, man. Like,
Yeah.
imagine being on the street. Like, look this way, yeah, I could be walking down the street and see this one dude, like, you know, harassing some old lady. I'm like, yo, I'm getting involved. Fuck this, you know, you can't be doing that. Go over there and kick the shit out of him. And then I could be walking down the street and see, like, Nick harassing an old lady. Like, oh, fuck that.
I'm not gonna fight this guy.
This guy's nuts. He's like a foot taller than me, weighs about another 20 kilos. Like, no way.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't see that.
Yeah, I didn't see. I'm just sitting there.
Yeah, no, yeah, you there? You there?
Oh, yeah, no, my connection dropped out. Yeah, I'm coming there soon. Oh, the other direction. Yeah, fair enough.
Coming.
And quickly power walk.
I didn't see shit.
But I love Conor the way he talks, man. I'm gonna put one on one shoulder. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put my other shoulder. You need a fucking army to come get it off me. Like what a sick
Do you know
man.
what made me laugh? I spoke to your brother about the fight right after, and he gave me an exact opposite of you. And it's funny because he said it in the same fashion that this cunt talks as well, but it's a polar opposite opinion. He's like, fuck, I hate him. I'm like, why? He's like, he's a fucking loser. Loser? Okay, the guy just set a record, made history. Loser. Straight away.
He's the first fighter in history to have
two titles, yeah.
I know Alex because he doesn't like the show pony.
Yeah,
like
he
likes the
king.
underdogs?
He likes the underdog. Like doesn't like that.
He also said that Conor's ducked a lot of fights that should have been set up. Like the Russian guy.
Yeah.
How can he be at like 22 wins or whatever
Yeah, but
and
what
not have had a single title shot?
But what Conor also said was, legitimately, he goes, I don't want to I don't want to fight a pull-out merchant.
Yeah.
Like, he's pulled out a lot of fights because I don't want to turn up and have to fight some other hack.
Just for the sake of
fighting.
he's like, I don't have that many fights left in me, so
I want you to prove that, you know, let's do it.
that's the thing, man. With like, especially with sports, man, like sports and fighting, like mixed martial arts or even boxing or whatever, there really is a time frame, man. You can't like do it forever. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, how many hits you can take to the face? 'Cause people forget, man. You get rocked in the face.
Yeah,
man.
and not just in fights, in training, in everything. Like, it's a constant thing.
In training, like, people can't be going to the gym to walk on a treadie for half an hour. These guys are up at, like, the crack of dawn, regiments, meals, you know what I mean? Like, when they're in training season for fights, man.
Like, they're dropping medicine balls on your stomach.
Yeah,
You're copping brutal punishment.
Because that's what you're going to cop in the ring.
That's
and then
right.
the reward of it is to get in the ring and avoid getting a beating. Like,
That's your reward.
that's your reward, man.
Well, it's either going to be me or him. So.
Yeah, exactly. And you cop a punch to the face.
Yeah, that's
Fuck,
it.
did you watch the two Polish girls go at it for the belt?
Nah, I didn't see it.
Yes,
Dude,
yes.
that fight was fucked because, like, the champ is just this vicious bird, man. I can't remember. I keep forgetting their names.
Joanna Janjacek.
There you go. Right? And she was, like, smashing it for the first round or two.
Oh.
And then out of nowhere, Challenger just lands his flush open shot to the face, broke her nose, and that rocked her, man. That fucked her up. I was watching the replay, and like,
And I've got to say, once she got her with that hit, how much did her confidence just like start? And she looked like a completely new fighter. Like, she looked comfortable in there.
she
Confidence
landed,
game.
she landed that one clean shot to the face, rocked the champion, and it was just like.